Warning. Hashtag DDP Live is for an adult audience. Hashtag DDP Live may contain material that may be unsuitable for sensitive ears. If you are easily offended, run to your panic room now. Listener discretion is highly advised.
Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are tonight's entertainment.
Welcome to last week. No. It is, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Deafy Potato. No.
What are we doing?
Oh, God. Hashtag DDP Live.
Woo!
Here, okay, I'm remembering now. Here in the Longbox.FM studios.
Okay.
Not brought to you by Riley's Brewing. Not brought to you by Riley's Brewing. By the way, Riley's Brewing, a fantastic beer. Make sure to get them at any Save Mart, anywhere that you buy alcohol. They're fantastic beers that we are not sponsored by, but you should still have one. Also, if you get a chance, like we did just recently, go hang out at Riley's Brew Pub, which we're not sponsored by, but go there and get some great food.
They have delicious food.
Yeah, something's really off about this show, man. We shouldn't take a month off, right?
No, we shouldn't do that anymore.
I feel like we're totally off our game.
Yeah,
but everybody was sick.
That's what's going on. It's the sickness.
It was the Dodgers' final game. It's Game 7 sickness.
That was good. I was happy about that.
Oh,
the Dodgers? No.
Come on, man.
Houston really needed it, though. I mean, come on.
My bad.
Yeah, you got to give it
honestly,
to him, right?
I should have worn my... I should have worn my jersey today.
Fresno gets a love on that one. That's four champions. 4 champions for Fresno. So the AAA team. We get the tour of the rings before they get out. So we got
a parade.
Ours. All right, let me figure out. Let me reset this show. Let's figure out. So I said who we were. We are hashtag DDP Live. Oh God, we were gone for a while, so we should talk about that. Also, we should tell you that if you want to be a part of the show, call in 492-0450. You can hit us up on the Skype. It's Longbox.FM. And of course, the YouTube is going. Cody is watching that. I'm watching one of the Facebook feeds, and IP4, who totally blew that intro. He's watching the other Facebook feed. So there's all those ways you can get
He gets more of the action.
And you can hit me up, Dirty Dowdy, on Twitter, or at Longbox.FM on Twitter as well. So with that, let's talk about our show. Tonight, we're going to do a little bit of what we do normally, but a little bit more fun. We also got to talk about what's gone on in the last month and the reason why we are down, have been down. Obviously, I got a message today, actually, from a listener who said, I was checking out. You guys haven't done a show in a while. Is everything okay? I've had a lot of concerns because of the last show. We were talking about the Tully issue and Full Circle Brewery, and some ugly stuff happened out of that. And so a lot of people were concerned when we canceled the very first show a month ago. But did the bad guys win? And I just couldn't talk about it. Yeah, there has been legal issues. I've talked to a lawyer, knowing what I can and cannot do. And with tonight's show, I'm going to ignore all that advice, and we're going to do what we do because that's what we do here. So we'll get into that here in a second. But let's go around the table, fire it off. Obviously, I'm Dowdy. We got my main man across from me, Anthony.
I'm back.
How are you doing, man?
Sickness is gone. It's ridden from my body, and I'm happy about it.
That was last week. You were sick.
Yes.
And I got sick last week, too.
Yeah.
You're still a little pale.
I'm still a little pale, that's right. Yeah. I don't think that's a part of the sickness.
Man.
That's not,
I just caught the sickness this week.
Oh. No. That's no. That's one. No, so Cody, yes, my lovely bride to be here, mostly here, but you're drinking enough medicine in that can or that cup, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Way to be with conviction. Yeah. We had her going well, and then we stopped for a month. And then we have our main guest tonight, Rick Martinez, comedian here in the Valley.
Thank you.
And actually soon-to-be neighbor. Apparently you're moving in just across the street.
Yes. Yeah, that was a secret. But yeah, anyway.
I mean, none of that happened. No. And joining us last minute, hit me up. Actually, you wanted in last week to hang out.
Yeah.
Been here in the past of the old iteration of the show. CJ, how are you doing here tonight, man?
I'm doing good, man. It's really good to be back here. Nobody see you guys again.
Well, it's been good to be back too. This room's been vacant for a minute.
It got pretty stale.
Yeah. You did a good job, Cuddy, with the smells good throughout the whole house. You've been on a tear the last couple days.
Yeah.
So maybe is that something that you've learned?
No.
Okay, well, let's get to what we've learned.
Now, it's time to showcase what we have learned in the last week.
So why don't you kick this off, Anthony?
It hasn't so much what I've been learned, but what I've been thinking about. Why aren't Harry Potter fans called potheads? Really, that's like the greatest name for a Potter fan, or like a Harry Potter fan. Why aren't they just called potheads, right?
Oh, they got the deadheads and
Yeah.
You're asking why?
Yeah, why
aren't they called?
Yeah, why aren't they called?
Why aren't
I feel
they
like it's
called
a great
potheads?
missed opportunity.
I think that should be 2 T's as well.
Or they would put it as a Potterheads because they're kind of
Yeah.
I think it was aimed for children too. So that might be a thing.
That might play a role in it too.
There's that family act. Although Cotty finally made me watch the damn movies, and those last few Harry Potters were not exactly child. Like Desmond has only seen the first half of the series.
Oh yeah,
It gets a little dark.
It
before
got
people
good.
start dying.
It did.
When Harvey Weinstein came in on his broom and started just brooming everyone. No, that's
Yeah,
No. I don't know.
Brewing What does that even mean?
brooming.
Oh,
Brooming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was wizard assault. Cotty, have you learned anything?
Yes.
Go for it.
I learned that if I were a superhero in the Marvel universe,
Uh-oh.
I'd be Krog.
Korg from the new Thor movie.
Yes, that would be me.
If you haven't seen the new Thor
Spoiler
movie,
alert.
fantastic movie. He's the Rock character, and the voice is actually the director himself. Taika Waititi. I like saying that name. And he's just so awkward at everything he does and the way he talks, and that's very much Cotty. So she found her spirit Marvel animal.
he's pretty cool though.
Yeah, okay, sure.
What?
Oh, from our guests here tonight, have either of you learned something in the last week you'd like to share?
Actually, that's weird that you say that. I've learned that I gotta have my dog start sleeping on the freaking floor or the carpet or whatever, because I had a bad experience where I put my hand or my arm over my old lady to touch a nipple, and I touched the nipple, but then my little finger started touching another nipple, and then I started feeling like nipples down the line. I was like, fuck, I'm touching my dog. I learned, keep the goddamn dogs off the bed. I felt 6 nipples when I was just trying to go for one. I don't know. I was going for one, and I felt 6.
After what nipple were you like, okay, this is the dog?
I couldn't stop. It was like controlling my mind. I was like, fuck it, let's see where this
kind of
ends.
like a Peter Griffin moment.
I needed to see where it was going to end. Like, how many is there? You know what I mean? I had to do that. I wasn't going to give up on the first 2.
Yeah,
So
so nipple you never told me about?
There was too much.
At nipple number 3, did in the back of your head maybe think, maybe this is a special night for me?
No, it was going to be a freaky night. Maybe, I don't know, special.
When did she grow this?
Freaky dicky.
Did I miss this?
Yeah,
I was too drunk.
I know. I'll never miss one.
All right, CJ, you got something. No?
Do I have anything?
Yeah, anything you learned.
Man, what did I learn? God.
To come prepared.
To come prepared.
See?
Do not, no, let me see. What did I learn? Let's see what I learned. Honestly, nothing at all. Oh, honestly, I first got to, what I learned, I saw Split for the first time today. And for, if you guys are listening and you guys are, my spoiler alert, that it's actually a sequel to Unbreakable. That's what I learned.
Is that the M. Night Shyamalan twist ending?
Yeah.
Is that the twist ending?
I know. I never got I never got time to end up watching it, and I watched it, and I was just like, no way, this is the sequel to Unbreakable.
Well, now I don't have to watch that movie
Samuel
anymore.
L. Jackson.
How did you find out?
At the end, you end up on. At the end, yeah.
Fucking it up for everybody.
Honestly, like with that director, he I was also reading about his stuff as well. It's just like for some reason, all of his movies all connect together at some point.
Yeah,
in a weird way.
What about The Last Airbender?
Huh?
The Last Airbender.
They said that too, but honestly, I do not see that anywhere. That was a one Nickelodeon movie that completely failed.
It's because he's desperately trying to connect every one of his failed movies together to the original one.
That's kind of like being Kevin Smith, like how all of his movies connect at one point. But honestly, for it to be like horror and thriller, it really doesn't.
Real quick, we have a caller. I hope. What's up? Okay, we had a caller.
He got scared.
I thought I heard the original. I'll go with that.
Yeah, that's what he
So
said.
yeah, the original. Okay, so I guess I'll move on to what I've learned this week. Caller, you could try again. And this goes a little more than this last week. Wow, man, how do I do this? Okay, so this goes back to the end of the show a month ago and why we took a break. Now, during this time, and I know I'm going to drag out my things I learned this week to include everything. This is what I've done for a month. Gotten involved with a little piece that's coming at some point down the road here, high-speed railroad. Some awesome stuff that's going to shine a light on corruption and fraud. Specific names like a certain Kathy, she's going to be right in the spotlight. Went down to San Diego to talk to a landowner that's getting hosed, and I got a lot of documents, including OSHA fraud, federal fraud, things like that. So I'm going to have some fun, which means I'm probably going to get arrested or beat up or jumped or suicided. So that's all coming here on the show. No, I look for like highlights. And while I was down in San Diego, I was doing some work for the company that I do the day job with, and I happened to be working with this lady who, very familiar name, and as we're talking, she's like, yes, well, since you're here to run some data lines, I'd like to have some over here. By the way, my son was one of the founding members of Blink-182, and is it possible to get 2 data lines over there? I was like, yes, you can. Let's roll back real quick. Founding member, Blink-182? So I got to hang out with Tom DeLonge's mom, and she gave me his phone number, and we might be able to get him on the show here in a couple weeks. So that was that. What else have we done? Oh, we've been dealing with Antifa. Now, I know some people...
Yeah, that's true.
We've had Antifa videos that I've been posting here on Longbox. Someone has been sending them to me, and I know a lot of the questions, people commenting, why would they send to a shitty little thing that has no viewers? Well, it's probably because no mainstream media would actually post it. I'm the only one stupid enough to go, hey, that's stupid. I hate Antifa, but why not? And the hits have been great, so I've been running it. So if you have stupid shit you want to send me, please do. I'll probably run it because it's great.
We'll put it on.
It's content, anything. Except porn. Keep your porn at home. Don't need your porn.
No.
I found out the internet has porn, so I have plenty.
You just found that out?
Yeah, I got...
Is that what you learned this week?
A little research, man. It stages. A lot of sleeping in between. Shh, I was sick.
I was working. Why is that?
Is that the road you want to go down here? Or you want me to keep going?
No, never mind.
Is that a threat?
I don't know.
How deep do you want to go on this rabbit hole? Jeffy Potato. The Jeffy Potato Show.
Yes.
We now have
They're great.
2
They're
episodes.
Great. Yeah.
And if you know anything about local paranormal shows, you might see a little bit of a connection there. And we're going to show one of them tonight after the show. So the second one, I would say don't stick around to the last 4 minutes because there's nothing you want to see there. I'll just put that out there. There is no nudity. Just don't watch that. And then last thing, the whole reason why we've been away, Tully. The whole definitive productions, all that stuff, where, the fight that started because he sent me a message telling me, and basically, a little threat to me, and I was bored, and I said, okay, we'll have some fun, made a video, had a great time.
Hey, you need some backup? Hey, I'm Mexican, I got...
Oh, no.
We got backup.
Handled.
Yeah, man.
Handled.
We got backup.
And I've been talking for a while, and this is
a lot of cousins.
One of our viewers...
Cousins,
one of our viewers were interested about this envelope being opened, and we're going to get into this. So as the story goes, a lot of the back and forth, and little boy Blue out there was trying to throw some little yip yaps at me, and come on, man, you got to step up to come into this game. So he decided to make memes. And Kyle, go ahead and put up the meme. Now, he fires off 300 plus of this meme showing basically calling me a rapist and a murderer, and he posted it all over Riley's stuff, all over his Facebook pages for both of his businesses. He was replying to comments, and over 300 of these came up in one night. Unfortunately, the dumbass didn't realize he was commenting on other people's posts, like the mayor of Clovis, police people from Clovis, city council members of Clovis, a lot of people not too happy with dipshit. And so all that got pulled off, and then he had to have a little talk with Mr. Dan Riley over the phone, where he explained that he was sorry. It wasn't him. It was his girlfriend that did all of that. And what can he do to make it better? And Dan's response was just simply, go away. And we're going to encourage that behavior of Tully to go away. He's a bad promoter. You know, if you've listened to our show over the years, that we don't care for guys who do Fresno dirty, do things bad. So called it out. And part of the envelope is it's a straight up, let's just boycott Full Circle Brewery until they get rid of Tully. I think we need him out of town. So it's official now. Hashtag boycott Full Circle Brewery. Hashtag fire Tully. So let's have some fun and see where this runs.
Well, you're not even going to open the envelope?
Yeah, it was just a prop, man. I know all that.
Oh,
there was nothing in there?
That's the most disappointing part of this whole thing.
Yeah, I was like, what is he pulling out of there? I need to see this.
I'm like, I'm ready for the pull-out.
You had me all excited right now. And I was like, Jesus Christ.
Plan Z.
What am I getting myself into?
You needed to dramatically open the envelope.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. What? Who's doing that? Who's doing that?
Uh-oh.
You're ruining my moment.
I didn't even.
So
I expected La Chona coming.
look,
from
I was gonna
dropping that shit.
I was gonna announce
it.
I was gonna announce on the last show, but I was actually getting texts during the show saying you cannot do this. You've got to hold back. And so, yeah, again, legal advice. I did have some great lawyers, SW2 as I know them, but I can't remember their actual names. But they've done a good job. They were costly, but hey, maybe they can sponsor us in the future. You know? So the war is on. Boycott Full Circle. Dump that piece of shit. And with that, we're going to take a break. We got the clam bake coming up here next, and you've got a full packed clam bake with everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
I got a whole load of clams. I got dozens of clams here.
Are we going to eat them right now?
Got any shrimpies?
No shrimp, just clams.
This is what we're going to do.
Clams.
During the break, we got a special new video from Sully and Defensive Productions for you. That's coming up right now. We'll be back. The clam bake here. Hashtag DDP Live on Longbox.FM.
You're listening to the Hashtag DDP Live here on Longbox.FM. Yo, 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 it's your boy Sully, and I'm here with Defensive Productions to talk to you yet again about why I am the #1 A+ promoter in the Valley, and why I got you, and how I do what I do to make things big. Now look, I'm running. I'm taking over the ship. I'm taking Squared Circle Brewery all over. It's mine. And I dictate who comes through. And that means it could be you. Now look, I'll bring the best bands that came through. You know, the ones that were popping back on the box in the early 90s? I'm bringing like Boys to Tears and D's Nuts coming on through. And they will be performing and you could be there. Now you know the deal. I talked about in my last video. You sell the tickets. I'm getting paid. You are hitting the fame, the spotlight, as you get to perform. Now let's be real serious for a minute. Let me explain why I am the best promoter here in this valley, okay? Your boy Sully here, the reason I got you is because of the way I handle business. When people do this, the yep, I come firing. Now, me and Amin, we handle the business, but my girl VJ, damn, dude, she rocks them memes, man. She's got her meme game on straight. Now look, this is what I mean. When someone says something about me, or you, or especially me, I have my girl VJ in the back. She's busting out memes left and right. Now here's the magic of a meme. You could call someone a rapist, a murderer, you could call them a pedophile, And look, it sticks. Once it hits meme, that shit's real, dog. And I got it. She got it. Anyone messes with me? Or you? Me? Anyone says anything? Anyone says anything, she's up on it. All right? Now look, I've dealt with this in the past. I've had people talk on a microphone saying things about me. Bam, rapist, done. Over 300 posts. I hit them hard, man. And the thing is, it doesn't have to be real if it's a meme. All right? Just as long if it's on the meme, that means it's real. That's what everybody thinks, man. Perception is reality, and that's what your boy Sully brings to you. I'll bring that reality. Now, look, this goes for anyone. You get in my way, you give me a bad review on a show, huh? Maybe you fucked a cat, okay? Maybe you fucked a cat. You get bestiality. I'll mean that shit. Your face, bam, right there. VJ's got it. She throws it down all over everywhere, okay? And I ain't worried about nothing, all right? I've never been kicked out of town. Look, VJ's got this covered, okay? All right, so your boy Sully, Defensive Productions, #1. We got you. All right? Now, I've been hearing recently, we just brought the group through, WD-40. They were all over the town. You saw it. You saw all the posters? Well, some people have been saying, yo, Sully, I hear that people are talking about you can get in trouble for leaving those posters up. City of Fresno can fine you? And I'm like, nah, fuck the city of Fresno, all right? If anybody wants to come at me, they want to find me, they want to say something, that's cool. The city council, all 7 of y'all. Bam! Child touchers, pedophiles. I memed it. VJ memed it. And we'll post it everywhere. It doesn't matter because once it's out there, it's true. And that's what we do here. Defensive Productions. We meme business. That's right. You know who we are. You know what we're about. We're about making them paper stacks and throwing it out. Making you famous, making me money. That's what we do. It's your boy Sully, Defensive Productions. A meme in the back. VJ out there, memeing it up for you.
Yo, it's hashtag DDP Live here in the dirty Longbox.FM. It's been a month, man.
In the what?
Man, I it's your boy Sully, and I got you. We got the clam bake. That's how we do. Now pay me. Pay me. Okay, I'm sorry. It's hard to get into the character and then get out of the character.
You're a method actor, right?
I meth, yes. If you want to participate during this as we review basically what happened in the last 4 weeks, 1 month, 492-0450, you can hit us up. It's on the screen there at the bottom if you're watching. And, of course, share it because, I'm being attacked and I'm spending a lot of money on legal fees, so I could use the shares. And then I will, in turn, share Anthony with you. He does toilets. He does everything.
I do everything.
Give us 10 minutes. We'll give you.
Any outfit you want, I'm down. Too.
I'm a janitor. I'll clean.
There you go. We've got a whole cleaning business. So just, share, and then every share you get gets 1 minute of house cleaning for you. This is void, not okay. Go ahead, go with your thing.
All right. So what we're gonna do is called the Clam Bake Fast Rewind. It's gonna be a bunch of stories. We're just gonna hit on them really quick. I'm not gonna go into too much depth like how I usually do. So starting off, I'm going off with a story that's been it's getting the internet crazy right now. It's a recent story basically saying. Posted by metro.uk, and it's Dear White People, you were never discriminated against, so shut the hell up.
True.
That's the name of the and it starts going down with it's a recap about talking about slavery, talking about how prison populations, it's talking about racially motivated incidents, it's talking about all that and basically shoving it in white people's face, saying they can't feel that way discriminated against, and a lot of people are getting pretty razzed up about it.
So you're saying like a group of minorities kind of put a bunch of facts into a pie and then just shove that pie into white people's faces.
And they don't like the pie. They don't like the way it tastes.
It's probably like razzleberry. No one likes that pie. No one likes that pie. Marie Callender's needs to dump that pie.
Moving on. So, who smokes cigarettes here? Does anybody smoke cigarettes?
No. Yes, a lot of
Fuck you,
them.
because
What?
if you in Japan, if you're a non-smoking staff, you get an additional 6 days of holiday or vacation.
Wait, if
You
you
don't smoke.
That's actually getting them to quit.
Yeah.
No. Take that fu back because of me, people like you guys who don't smoke get 6 additional days of vacation.
If you're in Japan.
If you're move to Japan.
So going on, we're going to go on the lighter side of news. Billionaire, former Microsoft owner Bill Gates is actually investing $1.7 million. Sorry, $1 billion.
Yeah, I was gonna say million.
Sorry.
He sneezes that out.
I know. He $1 billion into local Washington schools and try to get them more up to date with technology. And
liberalism.
stuff like that.
Is he spending it on liberalism? just go all in? Like what the no.
No.
Oh,
No. I think that's a great thing, though. I think that's it's showing that. I think it's actually a great and sad thing. I guess it's a good thing that we have people who are interested in the education and actually investing that much money. But I think it's a bad thing that it has to come from a private, instead of why don't we have this level for our.
Could he invest in a better operating system? I don't know. Sorry.
He doesn't run Microsoft anymore. You know that, right?
No, I'm not a tech man. I don't know this crap.
Moving on. So, Robert Mueller's counsel actually announced the first charges this last October, talking about President Trump campaign.
So Trump's going down.
Trump's not going down.
Oh, Pence is going down.
Pence is not going down.
A Republican is going down.
His old lady's going down.
If he's lucky.
Come on, somebody had to say it. Too many going downs.
Too many going downs. Former campaign chairman Paul Manafort, he surrendered to the FBI. Also by Rick Gates, a longtime associate, also turned themselves in. I'm not too good with this name. George
Palapopoulos.
Palapis. Palajack.
Well, they also went in and actually, as of this last week, George actually pled guilty to his charges. So it's actually a pretty big deal.
Hold on. Today is officially 1 year since Trump was elected.
Yes,
and in 1 year, all the Russian conspiracies, all the books from the Clintons, and all the books from the people that Clinton has yet to murder that have come out, we have one person who has pled guilty and one other person who's been indicted.
There's been 3 people who have been indicted.
Oh, my bad.
One person has pled guilty, but I believe there's supposed to be more coming on the way, supposedly.
Oh, cool. All right, we'll wait next year.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. So moving on to technology stuff, the Equifax breach. I'm sure you guys all heard about it. I talked about it on the show earlier.
Fuck.
145 million Americans got their Social Security and stuff stolen. Well, recently, everyone's kind of like, what's going to happen with this information? Well, one woman's identity has already been stolen 15 times.
What?
She started getting suspicious when she started seeing applications from Old Navy saying, "Hey, thanks for your application. We'll be in touch." And that's she lives in California, and she's getting them in like Minnesota.
Wow.
I kind of want someone to steal my identity because maybe it would actually raise my credit score.
So you want them to actually help. I think that's happened before. Someone's actually got their identity stolen, and it's actually helped their credit because the robber paid off everything he took out.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, you say
Smart
basically 50% of America got their identity stolen by the Equifax thing.
Yeah.
But we're, 80% poverty in America? Or so?
There's
there's a meme somewhere, and once it's a meme, it's real.
Okay, yeah. As long as you make a meme about it, then that means it's
only
a real
3%.
statistic.
Only 3% of America actually has money, apparently. The rest of us are just all poor.
Yeah.
So who are you stealing the identities from? It's just the poor going, hey, you got a 485? I had a 483. I'm getting something. What are they stealing? You got to steal someone's, a legit person's identity.
Well, if you listened on the Jeffy Potato Show, they got some other conspiracy theories about how 3% actually owns the money and all that, and how we're sheeple. I don't know. I didn't really talk to them a lot. But
Sheeple.
Lizard people.
And lizard people, yeah. I think there's like an expert on that. Anyway,
Need a chip?
Yeah. Moving on. So 2 officers, the 2 officers where you saw they were pulling off that one doctor off the plane, and he was like all bloody, and he ran in, and he was like,
the Asian guy?
He was a doctor. Yeah, that guy was a doctor. Well, those 2 officers finally got fired.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, just
Didn't
in this
that
last
happen
2
like,
weeks.
I don't know, 5 years ago?
No, well, it happened last year, I
It
believe.
seemed like forever.
But they just recently got fired about 2 weeks ago.
So they were on duty pulling people off planes.
Yeah, and
All torturous.
Yep. So I just think it's great that
Pulling them by
it
their
took forever.
earlobes.
That's ridiculous. But finally, they actually got fired for something that they did wrong. Right?
Well, it took a month. See, that's what we did. We've done all this. Us taking a month off the show has made humanity better, I believe.
What?
The internet's better.
We're better because of it. Okay,
Yeah.
next one.
Yeah.
The Vegas shooting was a pretty tragic thing. We're talking about the actual shooter himself. He was apparently
Bunch of white people dead.
Bunch of white people. Yeah. Well, okay, I didn't say that.
See, we do it too.
But so his brother.
I didn't mean that.
Dude, it's white on white crime. We need to address that in our nation.
Well, you're right. But his brother was actually just recently arrested for child pornography.
Yeah, we talked to Corey Feldman about that, right? No?
Never give up your computer, no matter what. Set that shit on fire. Swear to God. They knock on your door, burn that shit. Put ammonia, chlorine, Clorox.
That won't work.
Baking powder. Pee on it.
Rick.
Let your wife pee on it while she's on her period. Dude, kill that computer.
Off. I heard it
kill
throws the bears off.
I'm sorry, my bad.
Okay, there's a whole lot of onion to unravel on this one, man. Do you have a computer that needs to Anthony, you are a tech. What is the proper way to erase a hard drive on a moment's notice?
Put a drill through it.
See?
That's the best way to make sure your data is going to be destroyed.
Basically break it physically.
Yeah.
Be evil to
physically
it.
break it is the only way
And
you're going to guarantee.
If you're a wife of someone who just drilled their hard drive, data savers?
You could also pee on it too. I suggest
they
drilling a hole
pee
through
when you
it.
get a jellyfish on your body, so you might as well. I think that works.
I see that logic
Right?
totally. Yeah. So what you do is you drill a hole into it, and then you have your pregnant wife pee on the hole to make sure that it
to impregnate the data
and it makes
falsities.
With yeah.
And
Basically,
it looks like
spreading fake
aliens
news.
spit it on it and it just steams.
Question: what if you don't have a pregnant wife at that moment?
Well, you better find one quick.
Yes.
Yeah. I usually just keep a jar in my fridge at all times.
Pregnant wives?
Yeah. No.
I want to know what kind of fridge you have.
I have a pretty nice stainless steel.
It's a walk-in fridge with a bunch of women, and they're going, "Is it time?" Just shivering away.
Get your ass out here.
I'm number 78.
Anthony's got some serious issues.
Yeah. That was supposed to be a secret, so I'm actually a little upset that you talked about that on there.
What?
Oh shit!
I feel like we missed something
Are we
there.
supposed to scan the calls?
Was that a ghost?
No. Go ahead, Anthony.
This, like I said, this news is all in no particular order whatsoever because I don't give a fuck. But Kevin Spacey, we all heard about his allegations of touching that 14-year-old boy.
He's actually Verbal Kent. He is the man at the end of Usual Suspects. Spoiler alert: it has been 15 years. And
is this just the spoiler episode?
Uh-huh.
This is upsetting me.
That was my bad. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's just one after another. Just one after another.
Same with Kevin
You're
Spacey's
saving a lot of
life.
people money.
Kevin Spacey running a daycare.
It's so upsetting. I really liked him too. He was a great
I
actor.
did too, man.
Yeah, I know. It's like it's sad to see that happen to people where you kind of you really like them, and so it's just but it's okay. He's gay though, right? So
Yeah.
it's okay to like. You can touch
Molest
little
a
boys,
14-year-old?
right?
Yeah, that's okay.
So-
This is things that I've learned is if I do something bad, like say I get mad and I kill Cotty one night, I'll just come out as gay.
Yeah.
Makes it all cool.
Or like or
yeah, that's not gonna happen.
What? Oh, you're gonna kill me first and become gay?
No.
Either way, become gay and you're absolved of all your crimes. That's what Kevin Spacey says.
Nope.
Now that one, not only sad because I think he's a great actor and everything.
Yeah.
Now I can't. There's no way I'm going to be able to watch the movies again.
No.
And now it puts like American Beauty in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
Taking on an underage girl, a little closeness on the gayness with that.
It is a girl.
Have you been seeing like all the stuff coming out about?
But it just came out today.
Well, it's been out for
The
like
new one. He stuck his hand down a 14-year-old boy.
Another one?
Yes, and the mom brought it out today on freaking the news, special bulletin.
This has been a thing been going on for a while because if you look at, like, there's old Family Guy clips, like Seth MacFarlane, he's been consistently joking about Kevin Spacey touching little boys. I mean,
see, here's the one thing that does work. If you have a special fetish like Kevin Spacey and you like 14-year-old boys, there's a nonstop resource for that. There's always a 14-year-old, right? No, this isn't the way to spin it.
Okay, so,
I'm doing the Hollywood thing, you know.
Turns out,
cheeks are itching, bro. I don't know how to handle this one.
Hey, I'm a pedophile. I need help.
There you go. Back to business.
Okay, there you go. You got it. I'm so glad that I pointed that out. I should have pointed. I'm so happy for that.
That voice sounds like somebody I know.
Oh, hey, I'm a pedophile. I need help.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Anthony, I know you're trying to admit things.
The next story.
He wasn't ready for this.
Big fan of. If you guys are big fans of AC/DC, you like them?
A little bit.
My mom does.
Right? Yeah. Well,
I'm thunderstruck every time I see him.
Legendary producer, George Young, who basically made them, actually died at 70 this last 2 weeks. But I like to throw out a little memoriam for people who've been in music and. They're great. He's one of the biggest influences, basically, of the 80s rock era, so...
Yeah.
He's 70 years old. He lived a full life, but,
died of cocaine, right?
Oh, man, wouldn't that be awesome, though? Like, at 70, dying from cocaine? You know what I mean? But I think after a certain age, dying from, like, drug or, like, badass accidents is cool. Like, if you were like 85 and you heard some guy was like an 85-year-old died in a Ferrari car accident, would you think that guy is badass? But if a guy at 45 did it, then you're like Paul Walker and you get a song.
Damn it! I was gonna go Paul Walker. You son of a bitch!
All in one breath, man. All in one breath.
Damn it!
See what people think about.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, it is. So, neo-Nazis, white supremacists, they're all in the news now.
Zeke Heil and stuff.
Yeah, and stuff. Well, apparently the and stuff is the official pizza of white supremacists is Papa John's Pizza.
9. Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Papa John's likes Nazis?
No, well...
You heard it here first.
Too quick. That's too quick. Come on.
The white supremacist website called the Daily Stormer, which I have quoted before, in this podcast about some of the crazy stories that they published.
Racist.
It actually talks about they want to make or they actually posted a pizza with pepperonis in a swastika, and the caption reads Papa John's Pizza, the official pizza of the alt-right.
Well, it's. The other thing, too, when you have all the pepperonis lined up in one of the swastikas, you don't get so much pepperoni per bite on a pizza, so it's only alt-right when you have it. It's not... Oh, come on!
Where's the Dowdy Award?
I'll go ahead and write that down. Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
There's not enough pepperoni on the left. The fuck is going on?
Way to salvage my shit right there, man.
You got it, Chris. I got you.
Well, the CEO, John Shatner, I think his last name is actually
William Shatner.
John William Shatner, actually is now just officially released a statement saying white supremacists do not eat our pizza.
That's a bold statement.
That's a bold statement.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of sales, right?
Yeah, and there's going to be the rebellious white supremacist, and when he's done lynching people, he's going to go get a Papa John's just for that added little value to it. Yeah.
I mean, it's a little bit.
He's going to take it back to his half retarded sister because they all inbreed, and that is, by the way, the end of white supremacy. Everybody's talking about we got to smash Nazis, we got to smash fash, all that type of shit, right? If you just leave them alone, I know you're saying if you leave them alone. It doesn't help the problem. But understand, their family tree is just a bush, a straight line. Mm-hmm. And after enough inbreeding, you get Down syndrome. And have you ever seen an angry, racist Down syndrome kid? Just a little kid, the narrow eyes just going, dig Heil, dig Heil. You've never seen that. So I think you just give it a couple more generations and you're going to be fine. It breeds itself out.
So you just breed them out.
Breed them out.
They're going to eventually start looking like the guy from the Goonies.
Which one?
What's his name?
Corey Feldman?
Wearing the Prince T-shirt.
Is that
a little sad? Oh, I'm sorry. Either way.
Don't tell me shit later when I...
Papa John CB, he's been in the news like crazy these past few weeks. So he's actually, they just had their weekly meeting with their investor, or their quarterly meeting with their investors, and their sales have been going down. And he's blaming all the sales going down on the NFL controversy about, the players taking a knee and all that, saying that more people are not watching the NFL because they are more outraged about the players taking a knee at the national anthem.
I think people are just confused on it. A lot of them.
This is what's talked about as the knee thing.
They're just confused.
Yearly I get into fantasy football. I like football. The last couple years, I've liked football a little bit less. This year, extremely a lot less. And it has nothing to do with the knee, the politics, and all that stuff. It has to do with the product itself. The fact that Roger Goodell is handing out.
You must be a 49er fan. I'm sorry.
No. I'm a Tampa Bay fan. So I'm just non-existent.
That's worse.
My bad. I'm sorry.
The highlight for me was Hard Knocks this year. The product itself has just gotten worse and worse. They eliminate hits. They were taking away, like this year they finally are allowing celebrations back. But the product itself has been taking a hit for a long time. So I think the all in all, like the taking a knee, that was just the icing on top, because people go to football to get away from the seriousness of politics. And so it's all being brought in. Everybody's just like, fuck, I'm done. Where's hockey?
Yeah.
And that's a world I do not want to live in, where we're looking for hockey.
And Mexicans are going to be watching hockey. Imagine that shit.
Goal! What is a bunch of...
Naked running along the ice.
What does a bunch of Mexicans do on
all kinds of menudo? You know, little octopus are gonna throw menudo, all that shit out there.
A whole generation of Mexicans know how to ice skate.
That's pork belly. That's cow intestines. Tripas, throw tripas. It looks like octopus, but it's really tripas. You know what tripas are, girl? It's all stringy. You gotta clean the caca in the sink. You gotta put it. That's a bad meat when you gotta put your tripas in the faucet and you run it and all the caca comes out. And you go, I'm gonna eat this. Anyways, my bad.
Again, there's so much more to unpack with you, man. Okay, so NFL sucks. Go.
Yeah, but keeping in line with pizza, Breaking Bad. Everyone see Breaking Bad. I guess this is going to be a season 1 spoiler. Well, there's one point at season 1 where Walter White has a pizza.
Walter White dies. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm glad I don't watch that.
He has a pizza, and he freaks out and throws the pizza on top of the roof, right?
Jesse Pinkman lives. Keep going.
Okay, and either way.
No, you're supposed to say Jesse Pinkman lives, bitch.
So now the owners of the actual house have been having an issue where people just come up to their front porch and are throwing pizzas onto their roof now.
That looked like a big Costco pizza.
Oh, yeah. It's probably. I'm sure they're getting the big
a bunch of Kirklands up on the roof.
Oh, man.
I
would roll 50-50 on that one. I would put a sign up saying, if you want to throw a pizza, that's fine. Give us half of it. Like, you get dinner delivered every night.
Yeah.
It's just coming to your door.
I mean, hundreds of people a week are showing up at their house. People are stealing their rocks, their lawn ornaments. They can't have any lawn ornaments out. They have to have security all the time. It's actually kind of a hassle.
Are you talking about the real people?
The real people who own the house that was in Breaking Bad, Walter White's house. Yeah,
officially a bad investment.
Yeah, I know, right?
Hey, at least they didn't throw shit on the roof in the show. Mm-hmm. That would have been way worse.
So, we always do this part of the segment on my clam bake, where we like to showcase suits and different people getting paid for things, right? That's what we like to showcase. So, if we had for this weekend getting paid.
Someone about to get paid.
Ooh, we got a Florida man has received $35,500 after a cop arrested him for mistakenly mistook donut crumbs for meth.
Well, yeah,
What?
Why wouldn't the cop would sniff that one out?
He pulled him over. He actually, because he was speeding out of a 7-Eleven parking lot, pulled him over. He had in the bottom of a bag, he had some crumbs. thought it was a drug, took him in. They finally sued him for it. This all happened in 2015, so now he's finally getting his suit of $37,000.
Holy.
That's going to buy him a lot of meth crumbs.
Yeah.
For donut crumbs?
For donut crumbs. A drug-related crime.
I was just looking to get
donut crumbs
look like.
I wonder what oregano will get you.
That was one dry donut.
I got one more story in getting paid before we get the outro for this.
Cha-ching, homie.
What?
Oh, we got a middle one. All right, I like that. So, the university nurse where she was on camera getting drug away for not allowing the cops to take blood from the unconscious guy, who was in the car accident. She just got awarded her money. $500,000.
Best give me my money.
$500,000 for being torn out of a hospital and shoved into the back of a cop
Do you know
car.
what she did wrong there, though?
Nothing. She got $500,000.
No, she was white. She would have gotten a whole lot more if she was a minority getting ripped out like that by a cop, by a white cop. I'm just saying, next time the cop's going to beat you up, make sure you're not white. You get paid more, or dead. It's a gamble, 50-50. I mean, you got to play the odds.
Yeah, no, I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, or drugs planted on you.
Yeah, white privilege gets lower payouts. It's like it's like just betting on black or red.
Better. No, they go, you knew better. Come on, you knew better.
And that was the Clam Bake Rewind, and we had a bunch of clams ready for you guys. And
well, let's do our Clam Fest here. We're going to take a quick break, refresh, re-beer up. Riley's beer, likely a Riley's beer, like a Vixen,
but we're not,
or maybe the orange soda. We're not sponsored by them.
Sponsored by them,
but I'll tell you that it's good, and you should drink them.
Yeah.
Let's do that when we come back. We've got our topic tonight. We want to get you guys involved. Get yourself a little bit of a break, too. We'll be back in a few minutes if you're watching this live. We're going to be talking about things that that are lost. Being like, I'm the last generation that's known a world without internet. We're going to talk about that type of stuff and Demolition Man because, yes, we have to. That's here. Hashtag DDP Live, Longbox.FM Studios.
You're tuned in to Hashtag DDP Live here on Longbox.FM.
Rush, this road is my own. I'm caught by the rush.
Welcome back. Hashtag DDP Live here in the Longbox.FM Studios. Not brought to you by Riley's Brewing.
Not Riley.
By the way, that last commercial break was sent to us anonymously, and we aired it. So that's what we do here at Longbox.FM. You send us your shit, we'll play it. Why not? Because, yes.
Unless it's porn.
Yes, no porn.
No porn.
We're all access cable, basically.
Do not send porn.
Well, send us your vids.
The porn industry online is the only thing that's socialist.
Hey, that'll get us hits.
Well,
if you're really in it for the
send
hits.
me your porn.
No.
There's a lot of confusion here. Let's talk about the segment. Okay. A lot of stuff been going down here tonight. Obviously, we've been firing off, and we have the boycott going. Hashtag boycott Full Circle Brewing. Hashtag fire Tully. Just because, when there's a war, I win, dude. You're an idiot. Let's do this thing. This whole topic of discussion here with our guest tonight, Rick Martinez, with our guest here, CJ, with... this all started because I'm at work and I'm talking about... I like to bring up lines from movies.
Uh-huh.
And I'm 37.
Okay.
So I'm an old guy, and thank God that Rick is here tonight because he's older than me. So I'm not the oldest one in the room. But there is a point here just recently where I realized I'm the old guy in the room, and I don't like it. It's not okay. I sound like Jeffy Potato right now.
Yes.
I'm hearing this. This is not okay.
That's a good impression. That's a really good impression.
I study his stuff. There are some people that I work with. I work with a bunch of millennials, young people. The owner of the company I work for is 7 years younger than me, so it's really weird. So I go dropping gold like, all restaurants are Taco Bell now. And no one knows what I'm talking about. I can say the 3 seashells. No one knows what I'm talking about. Of course, I'm talking about the greatest movie of all time.
Oh, yeah.
The horribly awesome Demolition Man. And which, by the way, I brought that up to you today, Anthony.
Yeah,
and you're like, yeah, it's the one where he's naked in it, right? And he's frozen.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's what stuck in your head of all things was he was naked?
Nah, I would say when like when you get, I guess you end up getting a ticket or whatever for cursing.
Yeah.
Whatever. He goes, what? Fuck you. And he gets another one. The cops come. Fuckers are fast too.
That's a pretty dope scene. That's true.
That was a good one.
Actually, that could tell something about our future here. If we get 2 PC, you get the, man, that's funny. I like Mexican food because it's made by brown people or something.
Warning. Trigger warning.
It's now just spitting out like fines to me. Like this is the America we're heading to, people. Remember that, and that's why this show is important to you.
You get an SJT, social justice ticket.
Hashtag
social justice ticket.
I gotta write this down.
That was pretty good. Congratulations.
You might have a victory tonight on the Dowdies. So what inspired, obviously, this whole topic then is I'm getting older and realizing what things were around that that are no longer around. And we were talking about, like, we had to stop conversation during the break outside, talking about certain things like cigarettes. And Rick, that you brought up, that I didn't want to ruin the gold.
The toy cigarettes. Come on, you were so excited to open that pack.
He's selling it.
Yeah.
He's
and
selling
then you take it was just like opening a pack of cigarettes.
It was just like taking the top off
of a woman. You pull that one
or
out,
something.
and you do that little blow, and you get that puff of sugar that just came out. Remember that?
The
Am I the only
bubblegum
one that remembers
cigarettes?
that?
Yeah, they were
and then,
a quarter
and then
back then at the
unwrap
store.
that cigarette, and then you chew it.
Yeah.
And it's like chewing tobacco.
Not at all. Not at all marketed to kids.
Package one, yeah. They didn't know that.
Okay,
they didn't know that.
though.
You would chew the gum, and guess what? That's chewing tobacco.
Yeah.
I think
I remember
got
when they
2
brought the
months.
green one. That was awesome.
Secret conspiracy theory. Put this on the list.
Get Jeffy on the phone. Yep.
It's on the list.
By the way, if you want to participate, 492-0450 will get you in on this. When we were talking about this outside, Anthony was just blown away. That
I think that's insane. Well,
candy cigarettes.
It's literally you said you get them in packs.
Yeah, and they had different colors.
That's
so if you didn't like the red one, you trade them and you give them. Hey, buddy, I need the blue ones. Give me the blue ones.
It's like when I buy cigarettes now. Can I get the
Yeah,
Barbell
right?
menthol lights? And
I got a pack of reds.
Yeah, it's like
exactly.
It turns schools into prison yards.
Yeah,
That's what
I
it
got a pack
sounds
of
like.
reds. How much? 2 pack of reds for 1 blue.
Oh my God! There's kids in detention like 20 years ago passing cigarettes in the back of the room. Candy cigarettes.
Yeah, little puffs,
except for that one kid,
blue smoke.
the Judd Nelson of the group is like, "Fuck you and your candy cigarettes. I got real cigarettes. Who's going to trade me that?"
Oh God!
Come on, man. There's somebody out there remembers that shit.
Well, you.
I'm the
No,
oldest.
you're older enough than me, so I know that I'm part of the last generation that knows a world without internet.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't even know how the hell I get to Reedley without a fucking map. The MapQuest or our
MapQuest.
Google Maps.
See how old that Google
that's
Maps.
How old the Maps
Exactly. That's how old I am.
That's that you
Tell
know
me,
an
like, hey,
older
put on.
version
I
of
go
a
like
map
this. Hey,
program.
this is how I talk to her. Put on MapQuest.
Google
We're in the
Maps.
car and she's on her phone. I go, hey, put on MapQuest.
Google Maps.
See how old that sounds?
Yeah.
That was,
where's Google Maps?
So you talk to your phone. So you use that.
Yes.
Actually.
No, because I'll tell the phone, hey, put on MapQuest, and she'll go, bitch, get the fuck out of here, all old. I don't know that shit.
Yeah, I remember I used to have to print up the MapQuest directions.
Yeah,
so
I
I'm
remember
driving,
that. Right.
staring at a piece of paper. This is like getting in trouble for looking at your phone. Like I'm looking at a book while driving. Like how the hell do I get to Reedley?
Well, I got.
We did it though.
I got a question. So you guys said this is like your big claim to fame is that you lived before the internet, right?
Yeah.
So what would you guys do all the time then?
Hold on to our weenies and find the place. Like just let's go. You just guess.
I was actually born like during the
You just ask people along the way. Hey, am I on the right route? Yeah, you are. Just keep going. next store.
If
Hey,
you went
am I
too
on the
far,
right route? Yeah,
you
you
messed
just
up.
pass it. Yeah, make a left back there. And when you see Stevie at the liquor mart, he'll tell you the next.
Let's CJ, do you have anything from or are you gonna need to think on this one? Things that from your past that just no longer exist, like things that you'll never do again. The last time that you will have done something in your past is the last time you'll never do it again. Like I won't use dial up. The to see a black and white photo slowly come up on the screen of Terry Hatcher, hoping no one else picks up the phone. By the way, if you don't know what I'm referencing, go ahead and look it up. But yeah.
Oh, what about when you had cable and then Showtime would come on for like 3 seconds and you see titties like real quick? Remember that? You had to fake, you try to get that cable off the line. Remember that?
Scramble
and then it would be like scramble porn. Cinemax would show that shit real quick. You're like, God damn it, I had it on for 14 seconds. Shit.
I can do this.
Remember that? That's old shit that we could remember.
Channel 99.
No, yeah, see? Climb the pole.
It was an accident. No. It was an accident.
Yeah, she's watching Caged Heat late at night.
14 seconds of Cinemax.
She was DJing her own party.
Remix.
Going left, counterclockwise.
I remember we got someone from Jen from the internets, which was born after in my time. Said we talk to people. That's her memory of
we talk to people.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
We don't talk to people anymore.
Yeah.
We text.
We talk more to people than we ever have through Facebook and stuff.
You don't talk face to face to people anymore.
That's completely
So
different.
you're saying that communicating on Facebook and talking
I've watched
is two different things.
It's completely different.
Yeah, it is, because if I went and talked to a girl and tried to be all personality guy, and then she sees me on the restaurant and she goes, "God damn, where's your 2 front teeth?" I'll be like, "Oh man, see."
So wait a minute, Rick, what's your selfie?
That's why. You don't do that.
Do you selfie just the top of your head?
No, I don't do selfies at all. I'm the mystery
stick.
I think we just caught you. You're doing it from here.
He's got a drink in front of his face all the time. Check me out, girl.
So any dentist place wants to do pro bono,
I'll do a show. You do a show in their office.
I will try
See, there it is. He said,
Do a
look
show
for
in
me
their
on
pro
Facebook.
bono.
Actually, we have you up on Facebook as far as where we can find you. Unfortunately, we can't find you easy on Facebook, so I just said find him, search him. Rick Martinez.
I don't want people to know.
Oh.
Because I owe a lot of things.
All right, Cotty.
Yes.
You had something that you brought up outside, something that no longer exists now in your world.
I actually have 3 things.
Ooh.
Really 2. The third one, I guess I was delusional. Just me.
Normal.
You can still say it.
But one thing I remember doing when I was younger, like when I was in middle school, high school, I used to videotape my favorite shows so I could watch them later on a VCR.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to have to, rewind and then play. And then if it got messed up, the tape, the thing came out. It was gone forever.
You know what? You're the reason why they put those ads in front of the movie saying, don't record this or we'll,
Cardi, honestly,
you.
I can relate to that. I would say I did the opposite. I used to end up making the girls that I used to like that ended up turning me down every time I gave it to them was a mixtape. I would actually give them a
did the mixtape
I did that.
thing.
My grandfather, he had those boom boxes.
Yeah.
Like one you put the tape and the other one you could just record. And then on the other side there was the speakers. So
Shit with the shit.
yeah, I did. I remember you used to end up with the boom box. You could put the microphone in the back and you could just add your voice to it.
All excited. He's all excited.
You can do that all on your phone now.
Yeah, now it's just now you just send nudes.
That's all you do.
Yeah, everybody wants to be nasty.
Back then was Polaroids, wasn't
Good
it?
old days.
You want this? Yes or no?
By the
They
way,
say yes, great.
We take texts here, by the way. If you want to send nudes, 4920450, or you can just call it and talk to us.
Dowdy at
Wall nude.
Longbox.FM.
We'll post it. You could be a superstar.
Okay, so speaking of videotape, VHS, I remember, I'm guessing it was 1999 or 2000.
I was in 4th grade.
I recently had my own room. I have one younger sister, and so I had recently gotten my own room, and I was super excited. My parents were ready to buy me my own television.
Ooh.
And there was one at Sears that had
Sears.
At Sears.
That's something we'll never
It
go
had
to.
a built-in VCR, and the television, which was like this big,
That was the shit.
was white. And they sold it to us as, it's the total new thing. Millennium television. Everybody's going to have it.
Is
it's
it
totally
Y2K
going to be a
compliant?
trend. Yes. The whole Y2K thing.
Yeah.
And I thought I was the coolest girl ever.
Yes.
I went to school and I told everybody, I got a Y2K
You want to see a
TV.
Polaroid?
It's white. It has a built-in VCR.
Shit ain't gonna happen to it when
I
it goes off.
never saw a white TV ever again.
Okay, two things. I'm imagining now 2000 caught it. Checking out Channel 99. Late at night in her own room by herself.
With the, it's weird how she just mentioned about recording channels right before she mentioned the big ass Channel 99 TV she got.
I found that by accident.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure, okay.
Yeah.
The other thing is, remember that as cool as that sounded for you, that was 17 years ago.
Are you trying to like?
I'm not good with mental math.
No, but that's still it. You're a Charlie Sheen legal adult away from that.
I'm choosing to ignore that.
Charlie Sheen.
Oh, because Charlie Sheen rapes. So
okay.
other things.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
Oh, I have one more thing.
Okay.
And I don't know if this is just an Avenel thing where I'm from, or if it's a Mexican thing.
Oh, where the boxers at? The boxers from?
That's what Avenel gets now. Where the boxers from?
Yes.
What's his name?
Jose Ramirez.
No,
Jose, I'm sorry.
I remember
I should
real
remember.
Lucas.
Oh,
The powder chili candy
That's
thing.
still going on strong.
No.
The Rosas?
No, it got banned
with all the
because
lead?
it
With
had
all the
lead or something. So now
Oh.
you see them at the store, but it's not real.
It's not the
You
real
know-
kind.
No, look,
Oh,
if
okay.
you
Well,
ate that,
kind
I
got
swear to
banned.
God, if you write with your finger, you can write and it'll be lead. It'll be pencil. That's how
Dude,
bad
that
it was.
stuff was so
it was
good.
dangerous, girl.
And
You could write your name on paper. I'm not lying.
no,
It'd be in
get
lead.
this. The worst part is that I used to walk home from school, and there was this little like 7-Eleven type store. So a lot of the kids would stop there for a soda for their walk home or whatever. And a lot of people would just fill it up with ice and then throw Lucas in there.
Ugh.
It was like a Lucas
Never heard of
water
that one.
soda thing.
Ugh.
Yeah. It was crazy. It tasted really good though.
Me-
Never heard of that one, man.
Mexican
You would on the water.
Yeah.
I feel like our
No,
game.
on the ice.
I feel like our game in the next segment might need to be dumped, and we can just have a Mexican off between Rick and Cotty.
No, we need to get Dr. Oz on the show. Cure this girl from that
Dr.
water
Jose.
tapatio. Tapatio.
We'll use CJ as a judge on that. Okay, other things that are no longer.
in use floppy disk.
Okay,
When's the
nerd.
last time
No,
you used a
nerd.
floppy disk, huh?
Nerd.
9th grade?
Yeah.
9th grade, really? What year was
No,
that?
actually, for me, it was 8th.
What?
8th grade.
Sorry, we just had an accident over here. I spilled a Riley's. My bad.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Dowdy being dowdy.
So it's time to open our rallies. Because it's spelled out Riley.
Okay, actually, rallies. Yeah, the Soundboy brought a rallies in tonight. Used to be Hot Now. Okay, now this is Fresno specific.
What?
Hot Now, a restaurant back in the mid to late '90s when I was in high school. The best fries, the best setup ever. I loved it, but it was one that they had a successful franchise and then expanded out to like 4 other ones immediately, and then all cater just totally dove in on itself.
Yeah.
So that was one I really missed. Their fries, they had the extra crunch on top of it. It was like the Long John Silver's crunchies attached to the fries.
Foster Freeze has the best fries.
Ooh.
Crinkle cut.
That
Crinkle cut.
those extra
Crinkle cut.
crunchies on the
McDonald's
fries.
still has
With
good
little
fries.
brown edges. They're the only ones that do it.
Don't talk to me
Brown
about fries,
edges.
man.
You know what?
Steak fries are the best.
I'm gonna
They'll
go get
always
some. I'll
be
be
the
back.
best. Everybody knows it. I know it.
Which
you
ones?
know it. Steak fries. Steak fries.
cut.
Crinkle cuts suck, man.
They look like my teeth. They could fit in perfectly. You know,
steak fries, you can sop up the...
Is it like a puzzle for you, though? Do you have to go like...
Yes. You know those blocks? You know that block box they bought when you were 1 to make sure you were normal? The triangle was here, triangle square.
Wait. No, we have no. Rick, we are going back on
make sure you were normal.
At 1, you were doing what to make sure you were normal?
You would do the box of shapes, the triangle, the square, the circle, and you made sure.
So they give you shape. Then you put them in the box where you have to
shape
slide
objects.
Green triangle to green triangle, red circle to red circle.
What did I say?
Trying to put the square in the circle.
Did the Mexican come out? Did I say shit?
It sounded like to me. It sounded like as soon as you came out of your mom, they were measuring you to make sure you're the right size, so you're normal.
We got to throw this one back.
So I was really confused, and I'm really glad you cleared it up.
It was the block puzzle.
The results were inconclusive.
Were you doing?
I'm sorry.
Were you doing the puzzle and your abuelita is just standing over you with burning sage, just like with the burning candle to the side?
No, they put that egg on you. Does it roll off or does it stay on his chest?
She's like, "Hey, pobre niño,
remember the egg?" And when they crack it and it has blood in it, it'll be like, "Orale, he's going to hell."
Hey,
I'm like, "Orale, how do you know the chicken?"
It
was the mark.
Ojos, right?
Yes.
Ojos,
If you give kids,
and you get that like that,
echando ojos.
and your eyes dry up, right? You're like a Mexican zombie. You're like,
the marked ones. There's like the marked ones right there.
I can't see. I can't walk. I got orale. You're a zombie. You know I'm not. You are. You're a Mexican zombie.
No,
they call that shit ojo.
I can't wait to see the caption on this video.
That's why.
Sorry.
That's why you have to wear something red.
Right.
So like a little
What?
bracelet, anklet, something
Wait,
red.
something. And what does that do?
I didn't know that one.
The something
I'm gonna
red
take
on
this.
you.
I'm gonna take this.
The something red on you.
Isn't that orange?
Okay, hold on.
My bad.
I'm gonna pop in real quick. Internet's bringing up Samuel Lopez, who's also going to be on the Jeff Potato Show tonight after the show.
Hey.
He said a trampoline without a net. Because he used to jump off the roof to the trampoline or from the tram or probably hit a fence. And then Jen says Anchor Blue, the clothing.
Oh, that's a good one. Anchor Blue. I remember that.
Okay, we can
Blockbuster.
see that.
Samuel says no one writes letters anymore. True story, except for debt collectors. They write them. And now I kind of feel like we have to pivot to just making this
pivot.
What is it being a Mexican? Like I feel like right now, Cotty and Rick are just going.
Can I make more specific?
Yes.
I want to hear about Mexican myths.
And we're vibing right now. We're vibing.
I want to hear about Mexican myths. I know a few of them. Like you can't put your purse on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because somebody will kick it. I don't know.
I'm too.
It's something about bad luck or something.
Yeah, it gives you bad luck, so you'll always be poor.
Yeah.
So how many times did you drop your purse on the goddamn floor?
Never.
I know where we are.
I've heard that if you leave a cabinet open and you go to bed, that demons come through the cabinet. So
dude, those are all like Russian myths.
No,
I don't know that one.
No, that
Never
was
heard of
my
that shit.
Mexican aunt.
How about the lechuza, the llorona,
I know
the
that one.
panza?
I know that one.
The one she's carpooling with the cucuy. And the chupacabra.
El cucuy. That is the main reason.
We got your tío in the back, and we got the cucuy.
Hey, but you notice everything with the at the end? Chupacabra. You know what I mean? The lechuza. Why is that? Why is that everything go? Why is that? Why is that?
The main reason why I behaved when I was a child, when I did, was because of El Cucuy.
You see?
It was going to get me.
Yep.
This is the quietest I've ever heard Chris in the past
Mom,
7 episodes.
I'm going to call the cucuy. Why, Mom? Why?
Except it was your tío at the dark room at the end.
And they would make him chase you, take his teeth out, and he would flip his eyelids up like that, and it would look like a fucking devil, and shit would be like, ah! And you would hate that you would have that long hallway because you got to run past 4 rooms, and you're like, fuck, which room do we go into? I don't know. Hey, we just went to the end.
And you're slipping on the nicotine on the walls.
It's like that. He's got caca. I don't know. It's fucking weird.
He's
you
got
know what,
caca.
too? My
You run faster when they say he's got caca. Oh shit, he's got caca. We gotta run faster.
and
Nobody wants caca on him.
and my family growing up. Okay, so I'm probably
People not traumatized.
so white people have like Chucky
Sorry, Chris.
and like Freddy Krueger and all those things,
Oh,
right?
and that's not
Jason.
That's not scary.
So growing up, my family had this myth about el enanillo plomillo.
My dad.
What
had
does
the
that
myth
mean
about
in
my-
English?
I still.
No, I'm sorry.
So I'm kind of midget.
Oh.
I don't know.
Racist.
No, like the.
I already got a little
the
guy in the
word.
suitcase.
The word.
He's a little guy. That's what they like. They like little guys.
Let it go. Let it go.
Okay.
No, the word. So as far as I remember, the story came from when everybody in my family was at the house in Mexico, and there was this legend of some otherworldly creature or whatever. So all the kids who misbehaved, they got told, te va a agarrar el enanillo plomillo. And even now, being over here, like, I had no idea what that was. I just knew it was fucking scary.
The scary version of the Lollipop Guild.
I did not want to get caught by this thing,
By the way,
whatever it was.
Our entire white audience is like, I don't know what's going on. Is there any closed
honestly, I
captioning?
think
It's so cool. Your story even got camera work while you were telling it. You're all,
Oh, God.
And he said, dun dun dun.
Obviously, it's just like if it would have came to you, and now you would like get out of here, peck.
See, but that's
Yeah.
a Mexican story. But the
Yeah.
white story, the mom would just go, "I'm gonna call Freddy Krueger on you."
Yeah.
And he's going to go in your dreams.
Yeah.
Simple. It's a simple one. Jason's coming.
What about
No,
blood?
white people, it was just, if you don't do what I say, I'm going to take away your Nintendo.
Ooh.
Or something like
Oh,
that.
man.
Oh,
that's
Or
the
if
real
you-
Michael Myers.
Or if you
Yeah.
cuss, I'm gonna cut your tongue out.
Wait, what?
Mexican kids are like, okay, here you go.
Yeah, seriously. White,
Ahí te va.
do you know what white privilege actually is? Write
Well,
this
let's-
down.
No, I don't.
Write this down, America. White
electric-
privilege is growing up without fear of ghosts, ghouls, spooks, monsters, anything that would eat your face if you've done something wrong. White people you do something wrong, you might go to jail and you'll be like your Uncle Ted. So don't do that, and I'm going to take away your Nintendo. You guys seem to have grown up with just every horrible... Cuddy, we watch my son Desmond. We make sure to not let him watch the 4th Harry Potter movie because it was a little too scary.
Yes.
And the shit you're
That's
telling
a
me
great
right
movie.
now, it tells me
What was it? The
your
Goblet of
parents,
Fire?
I think Goblet of Fire. I was like,
Dude.
but Robert Patterson dies
Yeah,
in
no.
it. Like, that's not like
Your parents, it sounded like they were
spoiler
hanging you
alert.
above Jaws, going, now if you don't do the goddamn dishes, we're dipping you in all the way. We're covering you in some blood and just going for it.
Dude, seriously, Mexican moms, they're like, te callo o te callas. When you're in public and the child is acting up, throwing a fit, being, all the mom is basically saying, are you going to shut up or do you want me to shut you up? Mexican kids knew you do not want your Mexican mom to shut you up.
I'm like, right when you hear that, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. You're done.
Or the worst one, freaking dad's home.
There's no fight. There's no appeal. There's nothing. You're
They
done.
pinch the shit out of you though.
Where other people can't see
The
you.
weakest spot of your body.
Oh
and
no!
they're all
I remember.
Rick,
Yep.
on the mic.
If you
Behind
talk,
my
to
arm.
church, you that's what you
My
got.
bad. Yeah, I'm.
Yeah, dude.
Dude,
Dude, Mexican
more
families,
Viagra.
man. What
My
the hell?
my
No.
mom used to pinch me behind my arm
Right?
Yeah.
and under my
See,
leg.
I'm sorry I brought up a bad memory. I'm sorry.
Okay, hold on.
Especially at
how do you
church.
not have PTSD?
Okay.
Still get flashbacks.
I got a question. Mexican families. Did the letter CPS mean anything?
No.
No.
When do we ever call the cops in our neighborhood? Never.
I had no idea what CPS was until
But it made me a better person.
I was like 20 something.
See, look at, and she's a good person. Those ass whippings work.
Oh yeah.
I
Dude,
know.
ese cinturón, man.
See, cabrón.
Can
I
I
don't
get
know
a
Spanish.
translation?
See.
The belt.
The belt.
Leather. Mexican leather
I
belt.
got the back brace.
I got I got one similar to that, but except mine. Once my grandpa whipped us with his big leather belt, he had us mark it with a Sharpie.
Oh my god!
He still shows us. He still shows his great grandkids this day. Your dad's butt was on this. You're next. But he says it. But he says it like with the Mexican accent.
Oh my god! Okay, anyone who claims I need a safe space and your words offended me, listen to the show on repeat. Just the last 5 minutes.
No, you don't even need to do studies. We just found the core. What the issues?
These are normal people. Like they're
Mexican America.
I needed to get it out of my system. I knew this was the opportunity to come on stage and to be in this guy and that girl. She inspired me. I don't even know who she is. And the Miller, I was just like, okay, I need one of those. And then this, I don't know, this chocolate ass fucking beer. And I was like, I have goggles and they're not goggles. They're glasses.
You should have gave him a Sancha.
I'm sorry, but that's just me. I'm sorry. DDP live.
All right. So, Trump wants to make America great again by putting up a wall. I think we need more Mexicans in, because you want to get shit put together. You just instead of police, put a Mexican abuelita on every street corner.
Yes.
Every street corner.
Yes.
No, I was
no guns. It's a gun-free zone. The guy comes up with a gun. She's like, "What are you doing?" She'll give you that look. She'll say some shit in Spanish. You won't even know what's happening.
She like knows what you're up to.
She has like a chair, and she just like grabs someone and just spanks them.
No, they'll throw a cabbage at you. Serious.
A wooden spoon.
Cabbage scares you.
It becomes a cabbage-free zone.
But it has to be the cabbage that's been hanging around for a couple of weeks, because you're not going to throw one that's still fresh.
Because they need to use it for the pozole.
Yeah, for the pozole.
Like you end up cutting it, they put it like in a bowl, wrap it in foil, and they use it for the next day.
That's why white people aren't afraid of cabbage. They don't get it thrown at them.
Because you guys make beer rocks out of cabbage. Oh yeah.
Oh, I made those last night.
What'd you make?
I made beer rocks.
Okay.
That is a word I learned like 2 years ago.
Spell it. I spelled it wrong.
I don't know.
Spell it.
Oh,
beer
man.
rocks. Anybody. Come on now.
Beer.
No, spell beer rocks.
No, B-E-I-R. You're not on mic. Shut up. No. B-E-I-R-O-K-S.
Yes.
B-E-I-R?
It's German.
Beir?
We put people in fucking ovens.
Yes.
No,
Right.
not anymore.
We put people in ovens and also good food.
Gingerbread.
That is the word. What are you, Japanese?
I don't know what I am right now. I've been sitting on this last segment looking at a bunch of Mexicans talking about the worst abuse to children ever.
That's who we are.
Okay, so white privilege means we grew up as lily white sissies. Apparently, that's white privilege.
Hey, I had a Razor scooter, and I could be out until the lights came back on.
We never had what you guys had, like Capri Suns and Sunny D's. We used to just take turns drinking out of the manguera.
But I
Is that the hose?
Yeah.
I love the hose.
You fed some to your dog, and then afterwards you ended up, you squirt around your own wall
Because you
waters.
can't go in the house. They won't let you in the house.
If you had money, you got Tampico.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love Tampico to this day.
I hate it.
I had a little bit of both. I had the white side where I didn't get cabbage thrown at me.
God, he's all racist.
Side. Is that racist?
No.
I don't.
I'm half Mexican, half white.
I've always wanted to say that.
So you get the best of both worlds, man.
I have no idea what's happening right now.
I honestly, I'm from a Mexican family, but then my mom married my stepdad, and he was originally from Kingsburg, and he was white. So he kind of I never got Spanish in the house. Never did. My mom never did.
Yeah. See, I don't know any Spanish either.
I know. Well, I got some of it saying "Tapas acá" or whatever. I don't know what my grandpa said, but if we got in trouble, that's what she would talk in Spanish.
Does it matter that I know El Gordo y Flaca?
What does that mean?
I know Fernando.
The show El Gordo y la Flaca.
See, I thought it meant a fat girl and a skinny girl.
Yeah, no. Telenovelas. I know those.
Oh God.
I recently taught him and his son a very important word to know. Traviesos.
Oh, yeah.
So when they're acting up and I'm looking at them like, dude, you better stop.
When they're acting up?
Yes.
Both of them?
Yes, both of them.
Here it is.
Keep going.
No, yeah.
And
I have 2 children in the house.
Yes. Yes,
2
you do.
kids.
I would say
both in their underwear by
I'll
the
tell
Legos.
You, a couple months ago, Desmond and I, my son, my 7-year-old son, we had what were the sticks we were throwing? Oh, we had some plastic size.
Oh,
like Raphael from Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
So we were just throwing at each other down the hole, back and forth at each other, right? And my son, I don't know where he had an arm because he's a little sissy, man. I mean, this kid, I'm convinced he's going to become gay. But, I mean, he was born that way. He launched one at me, and it got me right in the eye. Like, it busted my eyelid open. And he was all, oh, no. And I was like, oh. And Cuddy went, what happened? And I'm like, no, it's okay. You know, Daddy did bad. And it ended up with me and Desmond both sitting on the couch, head down, like, I'm sorry, Desmond. I was a bad dad. We shouldn't have done that. And he's like, no, I shouldn't have been throwing it. I know better. No. I'm the adult here. I shouldn't have been doing that. And Cuddy's just sitting and watching like Real Housewives of somewhere.
I was not.
Somewhere.
Yeah. And we're both just sitting on the couch feeling like we both fucked up big time. Like all you needed was a chancla.
I had the eyes and the voice. I did not need a chancla.
That's level 3?
You don't want to know what level that is.
No, I think level 3 was if you turned the novellas off when your grandma or mom were watching it. That's the worst.
Oh, yeah.
Don't ever mess with a grandma with her novellas.
Yeah, that's
that was
bad.
the worst.
I got a question. Do we do the game tonight or do we just go to finale?
I don't know. It's up to you guys. You guys
I'm
feel
down.
We're
How
running
about,
late.
how about we take a break and decide during the break?
Okay, we'll take a break. When we come back, we're either going to do a game or we're going to finish this up. We got a Jeffy Potato coming up here, episode 2, talking about Bigfoot in Avocado Lake,
nice.
which is apparently Avocado Lake, which is apparently named after
Where's
a
that
cantaloupe,
Oh, God.
and you'll find out why.
Okay.
That's coming up after the show tonight.
I can't wait.
I think we're going to take a smoke break, a drink break, a pee break, a chunkla break. We're going to get some tamales. We're going to get some tamarindo. We're going to do all that, and we'll be back here. Hashtag DDP Live for the first time in a month. And fuck you, Tully.
You're tuned in to hashtag DDP Live here on Longbox.FM.
Here we do it. The hashtag DDP Live, finishing up the show tonight as we do what we do. This is, of course, hashtag DDP Live, brought to you, of course, not by Riley's Brewing.
No,
because
never.
Because a man named Tully called me a rapist, and so that's a thing that now is no longer a thing.
It's no longer a thing.
But
except in the meme world.
Yeah, well, you know, memes meme everything. So you got to jump on that. So Tully, no, I'm not going to. Well, I've done enough at the beginning of the show. If you're around, you could see that. I'm sure that'll come with some legal ramifications, but it's okay. I have a lawyer who I just ignored tonight for everything I did. We're going to finish this up. We're not going to do the game. Now, the game, let me explain, and this is going to come in the future. We were going to do jokes tonight, stolen jokes. And this is a part. Now, we have a comedian here, Rick Martinez. And we were talking outside early on the show tonight about how, goddamn, dude, drama in music world is huge. Drama in comedy world. This is something that Kim Kardashian's going, oh, damn. Like, it's insane.
No, she's saying
Bible. Yeah, whatever.
What?
Because you watch it.
I don't.
Evidence.
I read about it on Facebook.
Yeah, sure.
I saw it on a meme.
Well, there's a thing about
So it's true.
Stealing jokes, and there's someone here. I don't want to name names. Rogue Atlas steals jokes, and it's out there. So we were going to do that for the game, but we'll save that for another night because I need another feud, right? We're going to finish this up, but I think before we get to the Dowdies, let's talk to the Rickies. Because I think there's still so much more onion to peel back from you. Now, you are... Cotty, you said outside, you got to talk to him because no one knows he's a comedian. I would think if you listen to the last couple hours of what's going on, you know he's a comedian.
Or just that he's Mexican.
Mexicans are comedians. I don't know. Okay, white boy, I'm going to sit back.
Mexican
It comes out
with
natural.
a lot of fucking issues.
Mexican life can be pretty funny.
Yeah, and we don't see psychiatrists. We don't see...
Yeah, all we got is tías and abuelitas.
we don't see...
And confessionals.
Doctors.
Counselors. We don't do AAA.
AAA.
You know.
AAA? You don't do AAA?
Yeah, it's a
We
great
go,
service.
No. You go to your nana's and your tata's house and they say, hey, Nana, I'm sorry. They go, it's okay, mijo.
Unless your abuelita makes you go to confession at church.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Wednesdays.
That's so, yeah.
I've always been afraid to try to do that. That's part of why I've stayed away from religion forever. But if I had to do a confession now and unload, I would want video of the priest walking out after, just in total
Or
sweats.
dropping the Bible in the confession box.
If they walk out, you might give them a heart attack.
He's like, stop. You're good. You're blessed, son. You can walk with him. No, I'm not done. That was only age 13. Let me get to 14. And I would just keep going. I mean, like, I've thought about, like, the afterlife. All the sins. Can you imagine sitting watching video of yourself masturbating every single time you've done it?
Why?
Just it's on the screen, and you're sitting with Jesus, and you're like, yeah. I don't know why Cats was interesting for me at that time. It was weird.
What?
It was the 90s. Internet was just invented. There's a lot of stuff out there, and you're interested. So,
I don't even know how to respond to that shit.
So let's talk about you.
That's how white people grew up, jerking off to cats on the internet.
I'm really glad I grew up Mexican.
Me too.
Is that what they call white privilege?
If it is, I don't want it.
Oh my God, I got
Meow.
Calls his mom by his first name.
Rick, give us a little bit of love on shows coming up, what you do, and all this stuff.
All right, guys. First of all, man, you guys are fucking crazy. This is an awesome show. Chris, Dowdy, you guys are awesome. I don't know what you're drinking, but she got us going earlier.
That's her Viagra.
Yeah, we got it, everything. This guy over here to the left, what's your name again?
Anthony.
Dude.
Antonio.
Yeah, he could be like that young dude on Saved by the Bell or something. No, the asshole.
Oh, it's Slater, right?
He made you Slater?
I guess it's
No,
Slater.
Slater kicks your ass. You're that guy.
He's like, you're not cool enough.
No, I'm not cool. Yeah,
You
Slater.
think you're cool, but you're not. Eh?
I got my ass kicked by Slater. Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
was in
You're
the
that
hallway.
guy. You're the
took my
evil
lunch
kid.
money.
Yeah. You know that you're cool, but you find out you weren't. But anyways, no. Okay, yeah, I appreciate it. But yeah, we got some shows coming up. Okay, I am part of the Migos of Comedy with Weezy the P, Byron Campbell. We've been trying to do our thing, and we do pretty good. And we got Club One, Let's just do this though. December 2nd, we got a show right there I got a show with Dylan Garcia from LA. He's going to be at the Wake House. Julian Aguilar's throwing this stuff, this show. Also, what was it? November 11th, which is this Saturday, right? The 11th. Yeah. We got Club One, the Amigos of Comedy. They're going to do their thing. Guess what? It's not going to be your typical comedy show. Guess what they're going to do? I'm going to let it out right now.
Uh-oh. More spoilers.
Springer Situations.
Ooh.
Oh,
We're
girl.
going to try something different. There's going to be a lot of this. Oh, yeah. That head movement shit.
I'm in. I'll do it.
They're going to do that. You know what I mean?
Why don't you play the role as Jerry?
Weekend. Tickets are selling pretty good. I think people want to hear something different, see something different.
Well, we should. We're supposed to. Look,
mix up your
Fresno's
comedy.
growing. Supposedly, we're in the midst of gentrification, so we're trying to eliminate. Damn, so
Wall
girl in the
panels.
background just
We're
breaking
really
down the
trying to
studio.
Eliminate wall panels right now. That's our focus.
Thank you for saving me from going a potentially racist route. No, we need different
it
styles.
is red.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun to mix it up. It's fun to do comedy. Don't get me wrong. Comedy's there. But throw in a little variety. You know what I mean? One time we did a magician. One time we did Michael Jackson impersonator.
Yeah.
My weenie. He was that guy. You know what I mean? Look at him. He's going.
So you don't know really.
Because I remember trying to do the moonwalk in the rain.
For some reason, he always got to grab his nuts. I don't know.
So you don't really know what you're gonna get when you show up, right?
No,
It's always different.
okay. One more thing, Chris. Our shows are rated really hard R.
G.
Oh, hard.
I mean,
hard R.
It's the real world.
It's not for the easily offensive.
No, don't bring your kids.
It's a downgrade from what we did tonight.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And basically,
I mean,
you
it's
can't
softer.
take a joke, don't come.
It's the real life that people don't want to hear, and I'm just saying.
Yeah, like El Kuiwi.
Yeah, it's
Kukui. Whatever.
Say
We're
it
just trying to be
right.
a little different, Chris. You know what I mean? I know there's a lot of clean comedy
I like
out
what
there,
you're talking about because
but I can't do clean comedy, man. I can't.
Well, we're in the era now. If you've listened to this show or past iterations like the DDP or the Dirty Daddy podcast, we're in the season of a certain event like Festivus.
Yeah.
For the rest of us.
Yes, and that might be a thing that pops up here soon. So you probably want to listen and find out what's going on with that and how that works. Yes, this is the thing that broke me last year. So let's do it again. But no, events, variety, something different. You don't just see a comedy show. You don't just see a music show.
Yeah.
You don't see Kelly milking the horse.
Yeah.
Like Clerks 2. You need
variety. Yes,
Yeah,
mix
exactly.
it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Patrick Pollock. We got a show coming up in February. Look out for that. It's a panty dropper. You will get laid after that show, guaranteed.
I'll take you up on that.
Yeah.
What?
Serious.
What?
Married or not, you will get laid. Grandmas, nanas, tatas, everybody.
No.
Let's bring your abuelita to the party.
Yes. Your grandma will get laid that night.
Do you want to die tonight or tomorrow?
No, she will want to die that night.
Mijo.
David!
No!
He was black, and I was just like, oh my God, my dream has come true. Mia, go ahead, Mia. Take Uber, Mia. I'll catch up later.
Cuddy's
Please
blushing.
make it stop.
Cuddy's blushing.
I'm sorry, Mia. I'm sorry I had to let you see who I really am.
See who I really am?
She's at the back end of life. She needs to have a little fun.
Oh my God.
Maybe just get her a Sancho.
Ooh, you don't say that to a Mexican lady.
Oh, I don't know the rules on white.
Oh,
dude,
you know what?
that's-
I'm out of this.
Oh,
I'm out of
man.
this. I'm out.
After all of this, that was the bad one?
I
Yeah,
totally knew
dude.
that
Honestly,
too.
when it comes to the Mexican women, you do not mix
Oh,
with
look
Mexican
at that.
women.
Look at
Okay, so,
You getting that side-eye? That side-eye game's strong, though.
hey,
Asada. You know what? I do love tacos. I appreciate your love for tacos.
You better
and
have
I
some
appreciate
lacto.
this moment of the show where we talk about the Dowdies. Go ahead.
Oh, it's my turn?
Yeah,
Oh,
go
okay.
ahead.
So, I'm not totally not prepared. I was just totally thrown in
No,
this
we're
little
doing a
bit, but I'll keep
socialist
talking.
version. So,
Okay.
best hashtag.
Best hashtag. I knew I threw out SRT, social or
Oh, yes, I loved
SWT.
SJT.
SJT. There you go.
That was social justice.
Ticket.
Yeah.
Ticket.
What are you pointing at there? What am I seeing?
This is my brother.
Yeah,
He
in the mic,
makes
in the
these
mic,
shirts.
in the mic.
This is my brother Gino Martinez. I just want to throw it out.
No, this is
shout
no
out.
point for that. I mean, back off, dude. I mean, come on. We're giving awards.
All right.
Okay, I had hashtag pothead for the Harry Potter thing.
All right.
All right, but with two T's.
I disagree.
You don't like that one.
I don't like it.
I have.
Are you a Potter? Are you a pothead?
I'm a Potter fan. Not a
with an
pothead.
H?
You're not a pot.
Potterhead.
So I don't
what they call
appreciate Potter fans being called
So the
potheads.
abbreviation of Potterhead would be pothead.
Nope.
I don't think they would
Disagree.
be potheads. They're nerds, no? No, I'm just saying.
No, but the
Not to be
strongest
mean.
ones are the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
Oh no, don't bring Sean Astin into this.
He was
I
great
also
in the
had
second season of Stranger Things.
Why do you
I had-
hate Rudy?
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, he was great. He was great. Yeah.
I had hashtag El Cucuy.
Kukui.
I don't even know what that is, but
it's a new movie coming out.
I've got a hashtag.
He said kukuya.
from Guillermo del Toro. It's hashtag Okukoi.
Coming to a closet near you.
And the screen.
I got one. It's
Okay.
hashtag.
I'm sorry, Chris.
Hashtag he got the.
I didn't even come up with those fucking syllables.
Hashtag he got the caca.
That was a lingua, right?
Ooh. You'd get slapped by a Mexican woman real quick.
For saying what?
Caca. Shit, my mom's
Caca.
gonna find me.
Mira.
You know I'm cutting that up. That's gonna be a new soundbite too.
Yeah.
Just Scotty saying caca.
No.
So my mom's gonna get me.
Okay, a bad joke of the night. What do we got?
Dowdy.
All Chris.
Yeah. There wasn't even a specific. It was just all over.
Anything Dowdy said.
I'll take it.
Wow, that's. I think in a democracy we can all agree he.
And he was quiet for half the time,
Yeah,
so
I know,
that's
right?
a low
So-
percentage.
He kind of felt left out for one.
Oh no, we just made him a minority tonight.
Best joke goes to Cotty. There you go.
I'll take that. That's best moment right there.
Best
I'm a
moment.
minority.
Heck?
Good job.
All right, let's go the important one. MVP. What do we got? Socialist. So, we all vote, but I'll decide because it's my show. So, your thoughts around the table. We'll start, CJ. MVP of the night and why?
I would say Cotty. For awards. For MVP. For MVP.
Cool.
MVP. Just for talking?
Oh well,
You've been here a
come
few
out with a lot of
times.
comebacks. So
All right, Rick, what you got? Who's
Hey.
MVP tonight?
Well, she started the conversation.
yeah,
I don't remember it
Yeah,
that
she
way.
brought
did.
back. It was
And
like
you know what
worse
we
than
did?
being on flashback.
We shut this shit down for like 3 minutes, and then we were
That's
good,
true.
You know what I mean?
But Mexican time,
Yeah.
it was like
Yeah, we got it.
30
We got it.
minutes.
And nobody took down statues or nothing. We're good. We're good.
All right, Anthony, who you got?
Oh, just to be contrarian, I'm gonna say Rick
Oh,
is the
shit.
MVP tonight because he not only did I guess Cotty did start it, but he was riffing with it. He kept it going. He had the energy behind it. Cotty would be like, "Oh yeah, the cuckoo," and he'd be like, "Oh, cuckoo!" So I was like, "All right, cool." I like
Flip
it.
the eyes up. There you go. Flip the eyes up. There you go. The eyelids. The eyelids. The eyelids.
So yeah, that's what I think.
All right, right on, brother.
MVP.
Yo, Rick, turn your phone off.
Shit, it's not on.
Oh.
Why is it always me?
Cotty, your MVP vote for the night.
I'm gonna say
This feels crazy. Man.
I'm gonna say this guy right here.
Rick?
Because of all the times that I've been here, whether I talked or not, I've never had somebody that I can totally bounce off of. And if I
Booyah.
said something totally random, like for Mexican culture, nobody else ever gets it. But this guy got me.
And I don't even know Spanish.
Okay,
Español.
All right, then let me
But I
balance
am
this.
Mexican, girl.
Let me balance this out tonight. Being that we've already discussed the minority in the room, you'd say I'm in the smallest percentage, and we're doing socialism for how we do the Dowdies tonight.
oh God.
I'll go ahead and reign supreme and say, well, it was a 2-2. It was Cotty versus Rick. So I'll go ahead and take credit for being the MVP tonight.
Wow.
I took all your votes. This is socialism.
It's your show.
This is how it works.
It's
You
a
know,
lose-lose situation.
No, I'm just saying, I'm going to have y'all murdered
As
later.
long as we got recognized by the people, who gives a shit?
The people are stupid. Look, it's me. I'm important. Better
And
than
the
everyone
people
else.
here
That's
pay the rent.
spoken. Oh.
Well, yeah. It's called taxes. It's taxes.
Chris, don't feel bad.
hurts his
My wife
wallet.
pays the rent too. So we're doing something good, brother.
Hold on. To continue on the political point, you notice that the true minority in the room just dropped the rent bomb. Understand, you just paid rent for me. And white privilege reigns supreme, and that's how
And
we
if
end
I
this
don't
tonight.
pay it, You homeless, boy.
Oh.
You're homeless.
But you still pay. You still pay. And that is our show tonight. Thank you, everyone, for being around.
Good job.
White privilege reigns
Good
supreme.
job.
Hey, cut that up.
I mean,
That was awesome.
thank you guys for coming in tonight and being a part of this. I'm sorry we took a month off, but we're coming back next week. We have a guest next week. It's someone I haven't figured out yet, and that's what we're doing. And so, thanks for tuning in to the hashtag DDP Live, brought to you not by Riley's Brewing. Make sure to go get some Riley's. Check out the brew pub. And that's it. This is Dowdy saying word for everyone in the room.
Happy birthday, Clay Dickinson!
Palabra.
You've been watching hashtag DDP Live on Longbox.FM. The opinions expressed on hashtag DDP Live aren't necessarily those of staff, management, or sponsors of Longbox.FM. If you have been offended in any way during this presentation, you should have turned it off long ago. Hashtag DDP Live is a presentation of Longbox.FM.